Hey everybody, welcome back to video number 2 of the Me First Challenge 3-part video series. And I'm so glad you made it back. I will say this is video 2, so if you haven't completed video 1, make sure you go back and do so because we don't want to get this out of order. They do build upon itself. But if you're in the right place and you're ready to start video number 2, then I'm ready to teach you. This video is all about utilizing the information that we learned from our past and understanding how that information from our past impacts us today in our daily, everyday actions. And it comes across in so many ways. I know we all have felt fear about certain things or maybe a dark alley, but sometimes we don't even understand that this information is programmed from a past experience. We all know someone that's afraid of dogs, but have you ever stopped to think, how did that person become terrified of dogs? Was it a personal experience? Was it learned behavior or passed down? Or was it something that they saw in their peripherals as these small individual things happened over and over and over again, which built the picture about a dog? That is the same way that we kind of put our memories together, is that we utilize all of the information that we have from the past and we bring it to the future so that it can give us an understanding of what's in front of us. So let's get started on how we're going to understand the past and as it affects today. And as we started in video number 1, I'd love to give you a little pro tip before we start. Pay attention to how you feel in certain situations and try to trace those feelings back to their source. This can help you identify underlying issues and work to overcome them. That is so important as we take these next steps and start to understand why we are feeling the way that we feel in this particular moment, or why we believe what we believe in this particular moment. It's going to play such a pivotal role in understanding what to do in those moments. Here are 5 questions that you can ask yourself in those moments just to see where you are. Question number 1. What emotions am I feeling right now? Are they tied to any past experiences? Question number 2. Am I reacting to a current situation based on how a similar situation played out in the past? Question number 3. Are there any limiting beliefs I have that are holding me back from making the best decisions in this moment? Question number 4. How can I reframe my past experiences to better serve me in the present? And lastly, number 5, what actions can I take to release any negative emotions or limiting beliefs that are holding me back? These 5 questions are extremely important to check in anytime you feel some sense of heightened awareness to a particular thing happening. For example, I am a father first, a father of 4 at that. And my kids aren't perfect. If you have children, I'm sure you relate. But kids aren't perfect. They often make mistakes, and we often have to correct them. And we often have to correct them many times, leading to a high level of frustration. It may be a combination of me understanding how I was raised and what was required of me when I was growing up, and that is bringing out this heightened level of frustration. Or it could be that this is happening over and over and over again, which really means I'm pulling out the handful of times that this has happened to make me feel this way or to validate my feelings. Either way, we want to ask ourselves a series of questions that we have to answer so that we don't act on that. And that is ultimately the reason behind these questions, is that when you proceed in life, in reality, because reality is based on action, when you proceed in your actions, we want to make sure that your emotions or your feelings are lined up with that, and your emotions aren't making decisions for you that you would otherwise regret. I have 4 tips for handling your emotions in real time, because let's be honest, sometimes they get away from us. So here are a handful of things that we can do before, during, and after to allow us to get back and get a grasp of these things in the future. Number 1, practice mindfulness. Make sure that you have some sort of mindfulness practice, and that allows you to come into these situations already calm, cool, and collected. Number 2, allow yourself to feel your emotions without judgment, even if they're the worst. Do not be ashamed of how you feel. The goal is to allow those feelings to go and go and go, bring them back, analyze them, and then act. As long as we don't make actions out of those feelings that go, we're going to be fine. And the only way to do that is to make sure you allow yourself to feel them in the first place. Oftentimes we blow up on the smallest things because we allow all of these tiny things to go and go and go while we tell ourselves that it's too stupid for us to feel the way that we feel. Well, suppressing those feelings can ultimately lead to a blow up, and we don't want that to happen to you. Number 3, practice self-care. And it's not just about pampering yourself. It's about taking care of yourself. Take time for walks, exercise, eating well-balanced meals, having fun, spending time with your friends and family and the people that love you, indulging in your hobbies. The list goes on and on in regards to self-care. So ensure that you have some sort of self-care practice. Number 4, consider professional services. I'm not here for a shameless plug into my own business because in all honesty, it doesn't have to be me. But look into some sort of professional help because those professionals have the tools, tips, and strategies that they can teach you so that it'd be easier for you to get through this process on your own. Remember, the past can shape us, but it doesn't have to define us. Stay present, practice self-awareness, and be kind to yourself on this journey. It's a long one. So, I am all about preparation. And one of the things that you can do for yourself to ensure that you are better prepared to handle your day-to-day emotions is to have some sort of mindfulness practice. I'm going to give you 7 simple instructions that you can use as the template to start building out your own mindfulness practice. Number 1, find a quiet and comfortable place to sit or lie down. Number 2, take a few deep breaths to relax your body and clear your mind. Number 3, close your eyes or focus on a single point. Number 4, bring your attention to your breath and notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Number 5, if your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Number 6, stay with your breath for a few minutes or as long as you like. Number 7, when you're ready to finish, take a few deep breaths and slowly open your eyes. Practicing this simple mindfulness exercise regularly can help you become more present and aware of your thoughts emotions, and physical sensations. It can also help you manage stress and improve your overall well-being. So it's very, very important that you take your personal mindfulness practice serious. And if you have any questions about mindfulness practice, please feel free to reach out. I have a ton of tools and a ton of techniques that you can use to develop something that's a little bit more robust for you personally. So, mindfulness isn't difficult. We just have to remember to do it. And if we can remember to do it, even 40% of the time, we'd be better for it. And that's all we're really looking for. It's just a little bit better, to be a little bit better, and to have a little bit more control and grasp on our actual lives that we have to live in the now. Not the memories of it or the hopes for things to come, but what we actually see now. So thank you for joining me on video number 2. I know it's a lot of information, but I'm so glad that you chose yourself. I can't wait to see you in a little bit for video number 3, our last and final video, as we talk about how to be flexible as we build out our hopes and dreams for the future. Take care, and we'll see you next time.